Here is something that others don't seem to understand, and even having things analyzed of mine through AI is even like people aren't like that normally. However you want to put it. To be able to just, because this is one thing that I keep expressing that I want in my private notes and whatnot. Just sitting down with another, to put it superficially, deep person, open-minded person, to just somebody open, not, yeah, just open, not defensive, not egotistical, not identity, not ran by all the layers of self. To just sit down with somebody else and just express, explain, and just speak on one's own deeper understanding, experiences, etc., in their own from their own singularity. Not outsourced, not learned from college, not learned from a professor or philosopher or anybody else. Like, even if the information came from them, again, I am somebody that no matter where the information of anything comes from, I have to make it my own to even understand it. I have to dissect it internally and analyze it to understand it. Like, again, you could tell me 1 + 1 = 2. I can memorize that infinitely and just accept it. But to understand it, I must analyze the pattern, how to come up with the same conclusion, the same answers, the same facts myself, etc. So to just sit down with somebody and just exactly what I've been doing here with the camera. No performance, no ego, no shame, none of that bullshit. To just sit down with somebody and just go deep with absolutely no filter, no performance, no facade, no ego, no identity, just two or more just singularities of the individual, just sharing from that and that alone and exchanging that back and forth, not as a performance, not as a competition, but just literal open sharing of information from their own singularity. For that to just be exchanged between two people is, to me, that would be so invigorating. I wouldn't even be able to put it into words. Other than that, it would be the expansion and accumulation of information, understanding, etc. Just open sharing. Like I said, no ego, no defensiveness, no shamefulness, no aggression, no dictation. None of that nonsense. No, not opinions. Surely not opinions. Absolutely not opinions. But one's own, from one's own singularity. How is that? So there's 8 billion people out there. Social media is freaking everywhere. Or the internet connections, and the internet connections are everywhere and everything. And yet, I never ever hear anybody asking or putting it that directly like that before. I never see anybody actually doing it. Even debates, it's all just ego fights, opinionated bullshit, outsourcing information, and then giving the authority to that. again, like referencing somebody long past, that society absolutifies their research and their understanding and everything, and then they'll outsource that information. Well, are you smarter than this person? That kind of shit is like pointlessness. It's like none of that crap. Where is that? Where is it? I've been yearning for that. Except sadly, it seems there is far, far less people out there that aware than I thought my whole life. And that's nothing to degrade. That is sad. That actually hurts. You know, just a little cherry on top right there. When people are less, and not in a degrading way, not in a damning way, not in a negative way. Again, if somebody doesn't know something, you can't hold that against them. Same thing with ignorance, awareness, it's understanding, all that. It is not, sorry, phone call. It is not something to degrade somebody over. It is sad because there's a lacking. Therefore, what comes from me is like what comes out of me is like I want to share into the lacking so it's no longer lacking. Why would I want to degrade that? Lift it up. Fill it up. Just a little cherry on top there at the end.